redone completely.
Hello everyone, I am a Flat Battery. You'll probably get another intro later on. I am the host of the channel, this guy right here. How's it going? Welcome to my channel. All of you on YouTube, on Twitch, on every other place that we are, welcome to this Dungeons & Dragons stream. Now this is the 4th episode of the Brigadoon campaign. We will have a little bit of an intro with InWils. He's going to lay down what has been happening for quite a while in the storyline. So, guys, sit back, relax, and yeah, hopefully so. I will edit this later on as well, hopefully. Premium, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you very much. How are you doing? Found some time in my busy schedule to watch you. Almost crazy how much we're doing this day. That's not surprising. Okay, one sec. Mr. Premium Norwegian will like to say hi. Now, how are you guys doing?
Hello. Hey, yo. Premium. Oh, wait. Woo-wee-woo-wah.
Oh, we wow. What up?
Why?
This is recorded for YouTube as well, guys.
Ready. Okay, guys. I'm
trying to.
In a second, what I'll do, I'll just mute everybody just so I can hear. So yes, we are here. Let me just mute them for a while so you won't actually hear. Welcome to this week's Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Titled Brigadoon. This is episode 4. And Flat Battery has just done his introduction over on his site. So a lot of people are hosting us. So Flat will actually post for us the joint stream, and he can actually post it, and then we can copy it off into our stream. So if you would like to, you can either watch my stream here, which will have all my views on, so you'll see the DM's sort of like perspective of it as well. Obviously, there's some things on my screen that the players can't actually see, but you will be able to, or you can pop along over and watch one of the other people's streams, or watch us all together and see how they react. Well, I'm going to unmute them now because they've been muted I've had them rattling on in my ears, but you haven't been able to hear them. So please be prepared to turn your volume down any second. Here we go. So guys, you are now live as well on my channel as well. So say hello.
Look at me, man! I'm live on TV!
Flat started drinking some time ago, so it's a bit unpredictable what might actually happen. So
there's too much blood in my wine system.
I am somewhat concerned. Hang on a minute, this is interesting. Anyway, while I do that, would you just like, guys, to introduce yourselves and your characters? Go for it.
Okay, I am Bzooker. That's not my real name, but that's beside the point. Oh, that looks nice. I am a rock gnome, and I'm from the land of gnomes. Thank you.
Okay, Flat, you're up.
Hi guys, my name is Flat Battery. You can find me on Twitch TV /flat_battery. I am playing the character of Borialis, the female Teifling that is a rogue thief with a bit of a hidden past. She does not like the forward motions of men trying to get her in bed.
Okay, but anything else trying to get you in bed is absolutely fine. Okay. Longshanks, go for it.
Hello, I'm Longshanks. I'm playing a human druid called Ashenic, and yeah, that's about it.
Oh, yeah, thank you flat batteries has been banned from my.
Again, every week. You got it now.
I'll get it. Yeah. Yes.
Every week, every fucking week.
I am playing Rurik. He's a mountain dwarf, and he was disbanded. It was dishonor from his family because he was born sorcerer in a fighting like society. So now he's adventuring to know what is to be a sorcerer.
Fantastic. Okay then, so before we go any further, let me bring you up to speed with what has happened previously on Brigadoon. So, to make the characters started off in a quite innocent adventure or encounter in the Haphazard Hobgoblin, where they were approaching a merchant called Laughable Boris to actually escort a caravan from the town that they were in to the next town through a forest to a town called Nearside. And they did some haggling and eventually decided on a price. While they were there, Flat Battery eyed up a young lady sat in the corner, and this was quite worrying at that time. But people didn't think much of it until several bandits actually came in to the room and started to try to kidnap the young lady.
I don't know if
it was at this.
Okay.
Say again.
So can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I should be muted.
Yeah.
I am now. No?
Yes.
Yes. No. Yes.
Okay.
Talk about interrupting the the narrative.
It gave me a muted box.
Give me attention.
It showed a muted box. Sorry.
Are you muted or not?
No.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I do have a muted box right above my head.
No.
No.
Okay, I'll be quiet. Sorry.
He broke his mic.
Can people hear him on the stream all right?
If you can hear him, they should be able to hear me.
Yeah. Okay then. Anyway, what happened that the bandits took over the party, and quite experienced looking mage actually came into the room and cast sleep on them, and pretty soon they found themselves awaking in what could only be described as an underground cavern that was some kind of a makeshift jail. After using the gnome and which is BigBste character and the rogue, they managed to tempt the guards into a certain position, only to find out that to be attacked by goblins. You can talk anytime you want, Flat Battery, but not when I'm talking. So it was they managed to get their items back, and they also, while they were down in the cavern, they found an area that had some kind of a magical symbol on the floor, and it was sort of like quite used. It had been used or been smudged or sort of like battered slightly, and it was no longer usable, but there was still a sense of magic there. As they left the caverns after dealing with some more goblins and some wolves, they actually entered into a clearing, and where they found some more goblins and the chief goblin there. Now the interesting thing was this was when a lot of the characters' true prowess came to the front. And if you did not know, if you missed that adventure, then please do go back and watch YouTube. It involved the druid chucking or dropping chainmail left, right, and centre, and chucking flames around. It included the dwarf sorcerer chucking a hammer and quite neatly bashing in the head of the barbarian. And the rogue really showed her true character, as she took a bit of hit points and ran down the corridor away from the battle in order to check the rear. I think the the words were used. Anyway, they found themselves outside the clearing and ready for the next part of the adventure. So I'm just moving them up so that they can see it, and I'm just going to make sure that you guys can see it on the screen like so. And just bring it up a bit. So there you go. So you should be able to see everybody on the screen now, and everybody's there. And well, Roll20 is behaving itself tonight, so we're quite pleased about it. I believe he said your campaign lacked dragons.
Well, I'm sure that'll be changed later on.
Be careful what you wish for, Flat. Just be careful what you wish. Will you de-flea that beard, BigBste?
Shave it all off. Get the mustache back.
I know.
Okay, guys. If you remember, you have had a long rest. So what you can do now, please, with your characters, can you please, in the red circle, stick in your maximum hit points because you have been able to heal, etc., etc. Spellcasters, you have managed to have a long rest, so you have all your spell slots available with your normal everyday spells, that you've had for a while. The only I think
Can't do it.
can't do what?
Put my hit points in.
What are you hit
Are
points?
you using the arrows?
Mm-hmm.
What are you what's how many hit
9.
points? 9. Okay. It's in.
Muchas gracias, as they say in Israel. I run out of countries.
I believe it's French.
Okay, so everybody is up and ready, and it's getting to the point that you are well rested, for want of a better word. You're healed up. So after a couple of one day and one night rest, you are ready to sort of like depart. The only thing that you do notice one morning when you actually wake up, quite sadly, you notice that you are one character short. And Jundar, when you wake up one morning, has mysteriously disappeared and seems to be nowhere to be found in the actual clearing or in the cave or anything like that.
My muscle's gone. Is it because he hit him with a hammer?
No.
That was
Okay,
a big
guys.
hit.
I would just like to hang on. There's just a few more things to sort of like inform you about before you can start acting or actioning. Sorry. One thing that you do notice that when you look up in the sky, you don't seem to recognize any of the constellations or any of the surrounding features. Even climbing trees and looking far and wide, there seems to be nothing that you can actually tell that is vaguely familiar about the surroundings or anything. The only thing that actually is familiar is the normal flora and fauna that seems to be quite normal from where you have actually come from. Okay, off you go.
Okay, can I talk to the party?
Yeah, they're all here, all next to you there.
On it.
It was fun to escape from the prison together, but I would like to know more about who I'm traveling with, because you would probably want to escape from this forest. And
Why,
we're
you come
kind
around
of
it?
stranger. I've been traveling a bit. I came from the mountain like every dwarf, but
So you know where... sorry. So you know where we may be?
in a forest.
Good. Good start.
No. No.
I thought that as well.
There's a mystery in there.
Do we have an expert in forests in the party?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was Jundar, was it not?
It might have been, but he's not here anymore. Unfortunately, we can only pray that he comes back from his wonders in the woods.
You might have somebody else who's quite an expert.
What, the whole of chat?
Do we get power from the forest?
Well, there is BigBste.
No.
I'm an expert.
The druids?
Let me check this.
Druid.
I need to refresh because I don't see Longshanks. Yeah, be right back.
Clout's just refreshing, guys, because he can't see Longshanks.
Okay.
Longshanks is there. I can see him. Yeah.
Now I can see them.
Have you trimmed Longshanks? Have you trimmed your beard? Yeah.
I got bored of it.
Yeah.
It's really itchy now, though.
We're hoping BigBste gets bored of his as well.
It looks good. Don't do anything, BigBste.
I say to Longshanks,
I'm gonna grow my tashba.
you seem like you know your way in the forest. Can we go explore the forest to find
Okay.
a tree that was struck by lightning? I need some materials from the spell of mine.
I will do what Cloud does say.
Right. Okay. Then what we need to do, rather than sort of like putting the game on hold while you two go off searching the forest, it might be a better idea if we decide what we're going to do and then combine the actions together. So as you're going somewhere, you can then roll the thing, because otherwise it's just going to be another day is going to go by and another day. So if everybody decides what they want to do, then that's fine. Just to let you know, I'm going to ping the map. So just so you're aware, there is an exit here that you can see. There is an exit here as well. It's just that it's not very well marked on the map. So sort of like from this point, can you see this sort of like change of? Let me draw it on and then be able to see.
Yeah, I see it.
Sort of like here.
Seen.
But we don't recognize the constellation in the sky.
No, as previously mentioned.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know about the planes of existence?
Planes of existence.
Like different planes from
Heaven, hell, booty bar down the road.
Yeah, go for it.
Billy Bar.
You know, yeah. I mean, you remember sat at school talking about in a strange, in almost like historical lesson about a dwarven master who was saying about other planes do exist, but really and truly, you had you had your mind on something else. Who was probably a quite nice female dwarf sitting 2 rows down on the left.
Who had a particularly good beard. She looked absolutely awesome. It glistened in the sun. Oh,
Panten job.
Hi KG, how you doing? Welcome to the D&D campaign.
so we have effectively 2 choices. Go west or east.
No, are you asking me, or are you talking to the party?
Sorry. Seems to me like we have 2 choices: west, which seems to be the easier route, or east, which seems to be the harder route. which way do you think we may go, as we don't know where we are?
I don't really see anything because I'm so small, but shouldn't this guy, the druid, I point the druid, shouldn't he decide which way we should go because he's the expert here?
Flip an imaginary coin as we have none left. Rock, paper, scissors. Hopscotch.
So yeah. So I will, in that case, using my survival skill, I'll wander over to the west entrance and see what I can see. Sort of like any signs of, apart from us, any signs of travel or animals or anything like that. That could be dangerous to us.
Go for it. Roll your survival.
Roll it, roll it, roll it. Roll it, roll high. Oh!
Oh.
Not very high.
So you... so I'm just making sure that it's rolling correctly.
Okay.
Can I also roll
No, it's not.
investigation?
What's wrong with it?
See, that's the sort of roll you need.
Critical.
Can we take that one instead?
Yeah, please.
Is you know where you've put you've got survival 3. Where's that 3 from?
I don't know. That's what it. That's how it was.
That's wisdom,
I think
isn't it?
that's your wisdom.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
But because you're actually proficient in that skill as well. Do you see you got a tick by it? So you'll actually pick up your proficiency bonus from the top. Can you see that is +2? So as you become higher and higher level, you will gain more proficient. So for example, if you want to do an acrobatics roll, you can actually do an acrobatics roll and you get +1. But if you were proficient in it, you would actually get +3.
You have acrobatics?
Okay.
Everybody has everybody has everything, no matter what.
Yeah. Like even if you're a mage, you can still jump.
So what that 9 Longshanks would actually be an 11. Can you see what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I just hit the press the survival button.
That's what I was checking. So which did you want, west or east?
Well, I just checked the west and then
the west. Okay, so the west you can tell out, and you can tell from the surrounding areas, and I'll just assume that you're relating it to the character.
Yeah.
The party. Sorry, Flat.
Can you still hear me?
Say again, sorry?
Can you still hear me?
No.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. No, chat. Sorry, speaking to chat. I mute myself to you guys, and I speak to chat.
All right.
That's fine.
How do you know this?
Yeah, that's what I'm answering.
Sorry, how many hours have I got of this left?
23 and 24.
Okay then. So the druid heads over to the west area, and he sort of like crouches down on the floor.
He's got the books memorized. Can you actually hear me? You guys?
Yes.
Really? I'm muting myself. God damn it.
So every time I start to talk, you start to talk.
Yeah, because I mute myself. I've got the X saying that I'm muted.
He
No.
can hear you, and he's got the thing up.
Fine. I'll type it into chat.
You have to mute the multi-stream.
Right. You just have to be quiet, won't you? Okay, so I was just waiting. If you interrupt again, there's going to be divine intervention. So the druid heads over to the west trail that leads into this clearing. He crouches down and he sort of like sniffs a few dabbing. You all have to do it when we get to the
Oh shit!
He's at the light.
Suddenly the party is accosted by Rabbit Dire Chickmunk. Yeah, Violet Gumby, yeah. It's just round the corner. Anyway, right, let's get back to it. So the druid heads over to the western trail, crouches down, he sniffs the mud for a while, he looks at broken leaves, and then he turns around and he tells you that from this side, there was definitely 1 or 2 wagons. There seems to be sort of like parallel track marks coming in from this direction. There's also some barefooted tracks and some booted tracks, and definitely some paw prints as well. So the druid concludes that there are probably 2 wagons coming this way, probably quite heavy because the track is quite deep, and obviously that there were some booted humans there, humans he presumes, and the barefooted goblins definitely, and wolves, and they seem to be coming sort of like this way,
Right.
the majority of the time.
They're
Can
the
I-
ones that we killed then.
Can I do a investigation on the east side? See if I can have a look around the ground, see if there's any tracks there. That
Yeah,
maybe-
your investigation role is, I mean, basically out here, what's going to be probably more.
It's more needed to succeed, effectively.
Yeah, I mean, investigation is more related to sort of like intelligence,
Okay.
and it seems to be more to do sort of like you look around to find clues based on something. So if there was a mystery, or to see what kind of weapon dealt a wound, or whether or not which way the door opened to knock the character out, or something like that. It tends to be more sort of like forensic, connected to intelligence, while survival tends to be more sort of like out in the open, so to speak.
Okay, so I can't see. Even if I do it, I can't see the tracks because it's not a part of an investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can roll a survival.
I can do it, but I have
Yeah,
no. It'll be a
would I-
basic roll.
Would I
But
be able
we'll
to see
see.
it again?
Why not we just see where it goes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Survival. Here we go. Oh shit.
Okay,
Yay!
you sort of like look at the ground, and you turn around to everybody and says, "No, nothing's come down here at all.
There's bushes
Nothing.
this way.
Nothing's come down here. There's nothing coming out at this point or anything like that at all."
Can I wander over to Borealis, shake my head, and then repeat it and do it myself?
Of course you can.
I hang my head in shame, no matter what the
I
outcome.
didn't sniff the ground long enough.
I get down on all fours and start sniffing away.
There's a bush there. One over there.
I've
No,
done it wrong again.
you completely agree with the rogue. There doesn't seem to be anything coming round this way. at all.
Sorry. That way.
Can I go where the warrior was? See if I can see his track where he went with survival.
To about where, sorry?
Oh, are you looking for Jundar?
Yeah, I'm looking where Jundar was sleeping, and if I can see tracks to
by
where
all
he went.
means, go for it. Go for it. But basically, I mean, you guys have been sleeping in this area. You've been walking around. Basically, you can't really tell one thing from another at this point at all. It's just sort of like a mass of footprints, etc., etc. So no idea at all. No idea at all. You also assume the druid does pipe up at this point and says, really and truly, if Jundar was proficient in survival, then he would be quite capable of hiding his tracks and sort of like heading off in the direction he wanted to go in any case.
Okay.
So, like I said, we have a choice of the east and the west. The west seems to be quite well travelled. The east seems to be clear as far as we are aware. So it looks like we may need to take a vote of which way that we want to go.
And was there more chance to find the thief you were looking for? Well, I assume you were looking for them to get revenge, but
I just want my signet ring back, god damn it. And find that woman of
Well,
great
I'm
repute.
guessing, seeing that there was tracks, like wagon tracks, I'm guessing she was on the wagon.
They've gone back into the cave. by
Good
the
point.
sounds of it.
We did look all around the cave. There was no one back in there apart from that circle. So
Yeah.
effectively, she might have had her armor stripped and taken away on the cart.
Maybe, but yeah, the carts were all heading west to east.
Okay.
West
Where-
to east.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
they'll
on the west.
Where the carts
on the
now
west
then?
track, and they were headed. They're still on the west track, but they were moving towards east from west. Started west, and they were travelling. Yeah, no, that way.
So where are the carts now?
Still where they are.
Is
like on back
is
of
the cave mouth and all the way through that we know of big enough to accept a car?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay. I had an idea. It didn't pan out. So
We go west.
go west,
Yeah.
young man. Go west.
So
did we
Go
search?
west, where the sky is to go west.
And YouTube takes it down for copyright.
Did we search the government to see if they were having money or something?
Yeah, we did that at the end of the last adventure. If you remember, you took
no.
everything off. You took everything that they had, and minus they didn't have any cash or money or anything like that.
So we are skint.
yes.
Correct.
Start dancing on the street.
I'll play the tune. You play the dancing gnome.
Okay.
You've just done that before.
Yeah, it does seem familiar. It reminds me of a story. Okay. So. Okay, I think cast the vote. Of 50-50. We can even roll it.
Roll it, roll it, roll
Yeah.
it.
We just roll.
If we want to either go east or west.
Yeah.
Personally, like Bzooker said, that
Bzooker!
this woman who I would like to find, because one, she might have my signet ring and she seems to be great peril. I want to try and find where she went. So, but you know, the wagons supposedly never left this area that we know of.
Yeah, but we might learn something if we go west and have a look at the wagons and trace them back.
It is
Personally, I would go west because wagons come from towns.
exactly. It's towards civilization. So
Yeah.
I would imagine west.
West?
I cast my vote as west.
Yeah, west.
West.
Oh.
West. Yeah, 3 against 1. Bzooker
He
didn't.
missed it.
Yeah.
You should know, everybody should know this.
Yeah. So I think we're striking off west.
Yep.
Oh, we're heading off west. Okay then, fantastic.
Yeah.
So, which time of the day would you like to set off west into the forest?
Well, we had a good rest. It was like I think the best time will be in the morning, where the day breaks, as the soonest that we have our big rest is finished.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So the majority of the the majority of the path is going to be 5 foot wide, so like 1 square. So can you, I'm just dragging you all back sort of like into the middle of the page, just sort of like this. Can you sort of like set yourself up almost like in your marching order that you would be going in, if that makes sense to you?
Fighters at the front, support, and mage at the rear.
Yeah. So
I would go for
can you actually sort yourself out? So okay, yeah.
I can click. I can click my character.
Have you clicked the arrow at the top of the left-hand side of the page?
Yeah.
Hang a minute.
select mode.
Next to the big initiative button that has just appeared. No, I have no idea. It might have been there all the time, to be honest. I just want to click it. Don't click it.
I don't know why everything is set up. Right, let's just do. Oops, let's just do this again and see whether or not. Right, can you do it now?
No, I can only ping.
So while the
Okay, so hang on. Is this the marching order then?
So,
I'm just moving.
well-
I'm just moving you into the middle of the page so people on the stream can see.
Ashenic, if you swap with Rurik.
You want me at the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've got the highest.
He's got
survival,
the track.
so should I go first?
The highest track. Okay.
Should really.
Or I mean, I can go behind Bzooker because I can just see over the top of him.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's fine.
That's fine.
The druid should go like second because
Yeah.
he's the one with survival.
It just
And
reminds me of going out on a patrol. Who are you?
Okay,
And maybe I
Cloud,
should go
Cloud,
last.
Cloud.
Yeah.
Can you move it now? Can you move it now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe I should close
At the rear. Yeah.
the rear because I have a IEC if
Attacks
we
from
get
behind.
caught.
Cloud, how tall are you? How tall is your not you
4,
yourself? The
5.
4'5". Flat, how tall is your character? I just wonder. I was just interested where your tail was. That was all.
Well, just resting on his head, or
So
if I notice he is looking in my direction in a certain vicinity, I will slap him with my tail.
you slap him with your tail. Right.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm just wondering why. I'm just wondering why. Oh, there we go. That's what I need. Okay, then. So that's your marching order. So just before we head off into the forest, can I please just sort of like point some things out to you? Longshanks, you'll definitely be able to throw things over the gnome's head.
I don't trust him.
Okay, but how tall are, or you can drop things onto the gnome's head if you wish. Who's carrying the chainmail now? Are you taking it with you or are you leaving it?
That's actually Ashenic. You had Longshanks. You had it last time, didn't you? You dropped it
at your feet.
combat. But we had a rest, so we could have picked it up as we moved on. So who has it now?
That's what I would like to know.
I'll carry it if you wish.
Okay.
Okay, I'll carry it.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got the little orange dot because you're carrying the. How tall are you, Longshanks, please?
I am. Check my actual printout sheet. 6'2".
6'2".
Look at him printing the sheets out. Wow.
Flat.
Mountain's a giant.
He's tall as a tree.
I am 5'6".
5'6". So basically, Druid, you'll be able to see everything that's ahead as well as the gnome. Flat, you're going to have some difficulty at various times. I'm not saying you're blind. You will be able to see what's going on, but you won't be able to sort of like throw things, etc. You can, of course, head off into the undergrowth if you wish.
Flee!
But of course, that will actually deal as heavy or light cover or terrain as you go on. Okay. And then Clout, you're behind, so yours is the most limited view, etc., etc. I'm assuming that you're taking up normal marching procedures, so Clout will be keeping an eye out as we're going along, as will all of you, which basically means that your passive perception checks will be up and running, so to speak. If at any time you would like to make a more detailed look at the surrounding or into the woods, etc., then let me know. You can just roll your perception roll, so to speak. And just before we head off, there was one more thing. Oh, yes. I think, Longshanks, you're looking out for a tree that's been hit by lightning. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we go along, if you roll your survival every time I tell you to, and then you you basically need a 20 or above on your final roll to find it, so to speak. Okay, so that's like a hard roll, so to speak.
So hard.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to keep changing this map, so to speak, if that makes sense, because we'll just have to keep changing it. But you head off into the forest, starting off at the first break of day, after having a meal of a few berries, etc., and using the appropriate forest toiletries. You notice that the rogue is busy whistling away. That echoes around the forest quite nicely, alerting anybody to your presence. You also notice that the druid walks quite quietly through the wood. Every now and again, he has to pick the gnome to lift him up over a fallen branch or twig, just to sort of like keep him on the straight and narrow, and sort of like walk along. And I've just seen Fellowship of the Ring, and you can the dwarf sort of like bashing away as he comes behind quite happily, and you also notice that Flat's tail keeps flicking flies away sort of like as they go along.
And nearly hit the dwarf.
You travel for most of the morning,
Right.
and if anything, you notice that the path is well worn and well travelled, and you as you go along, you notice that the cart becomes less and less Longshanks obvious as you sort of like move along here, as if it's been there for a while, and it's gradually sort of like moving away. You also notice other footprints and other creatures' footprints happening, coming backwards and forwards, and this seems to be almost like a well-worn path, so to speak, throughout the forest. On either side, the forest is quite dense and quite, looking into it, you can see sort of like a few, 20 or 30 feet, and then it sort of like darkens off, and the canopy is quite thick, and you can see fine, but you are aware that as it comes into nighttime, then, it might become more and more difficult to see away from the clearing, so to speak. You stop for lunch. Longshanks, can you roll your survival check, and we'll just see whether or not you picked up any broken twigs. Oh no, not even a twig. There's no twigs in this forest. So you stop, and you sort of like find a few berries and sort of like bark to chew on, so to speak, and then you head off once again into the forest. And it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you figure, that after 2 hours of marching, that you notice up ahead that there is obviously another clearing coming into existence.
I don't know if you could hear that.
Now I'm going to mess around with your perceptions here, your own personal perceptions, because I know you went off the map in one direction, but I'm going to bring you on this direction. So imagine that you're still traveling west, and you're going out at the other side. So you can see the clearing coming up ahead. Do you wish to stop? Do you wish to continue and just walk blindly into it? What would you like to do?
Stop.
I would like to make a perception check to see if
to be honest,
something special.
You would like to make a perception check to see if there's anything special. Go for it.
Can we all do it?
That's gonna be awesome because I have -1.
No, you see nothing special at all.
Can I do one as well?
Yeah, by all means. You see nothing special either.
Cool.
It's probably just quite a normal forest here, and up ahead there definitely seems to be a clearing that has nothing special in it that you can see
Big
from
Beast
this
just...
distance.
Is it daytime?
Classic.
It's 2 hours after midday.
No, I meant because Big Beast's a bad roll. So everyone's having a go.
Just making sure.
Yeah, just double check. Just double check.
Do you think we should stay here for the night, or we continue and try to find another spot?
It's only midday.
Yeah, should we continue on? Oh, can I? Oh, sorry.
If two go forward, Reki, or even one, Reki, make sure it's clear as they go in. Bzooker, you're up. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All in.
Big, if you just tell me what you're doing, and then I know, because the clearing's quite far ahead of you at the present moment in time. So.
Oh, so it's not where I am.
No.
Oh. You're back.
Back. Tactical retreat.
So what's up, Buttercup?
So what would you
How far
like?
is the clearing?
If you, what do you want to do, and then I'll tell you how far.
Just was like, so just walk to the clearing so we can check it out, explore, see if there's anything useful, any signs of anything.
Right. So are you all walking up to the clearing then, or
Up to the entrance, not into the clearing.
Yeah. No, that.
I'm walking, but I got my weapon drawn.
Okay, so you notice as you walk along, you hear the sorcerer behind draw his axe, bring his axe off his belt, ready to attack. Flat, just out of interest, what are you planning on? Is this chainmail draped over your shoulders seductively, or is it round your waist, or is it folded in your arms? Are you carrying it like this? I'm just interested, just in case. Just in case any second now, for example, let's just have a fictitious idea. If something came this way to you, I just need to know which arm it's in.
I'm carrying it on my back with my off sword hand.
You're carrying it on your back, so you're holding it
like that,
like a sack,
yeah,
as if you're Santa.
I can still reach down and get my sword if needed.
Yeah. Okay, right then. So you're all keeping in the marching order, and you're going up into the clearing, yeah? And then stopping just on the edge. Fantastic. Right, let's do this then. Hang on a minute. You'll see something move. You'll see something change in a second.
Ooh, mana quest.
Mana quest.
So I'm going to drag your characters on, and then you should just be. Oh no, we don't want him.
Oh, Jundar!
Where did you go?
We found you.
Let me just.
We found you.
We weren't looking anywhere for you.
I just need to make sure you're on the right layer. Yeah.